Death in Paradise. Ralph Little and Ben Miller star in sketch. Sign up for free now for the biggest moments from morning TV. Subscribe and valid email. When you subscribe, we will use the information you provide to send you these. Sometimes they'll include recommendations for other related newsletters or services. Our privacy notice explains more about how we use your data and your rights. You can unsubscribe at any. Death in Paradise fans are still not over Danny John-Jules' departure in 2018, and with every new series of the popular comedy drama show, they wonder whether he will return as Officer. In a recent Q&A with co-star Ben Miller, the actors spoke about the first time they met and regaled tales of when they were on set filming together. Apparently, Danny and Ben's natural friendship resulted in a lot of on-set jokes, and this annoyed those trying to create the BBC show. It's worth mentioning, we don't really meet each other until the read-through. Before we're all good to know, and I first met Danny at the read-through, where we're reading it for the channel and all the heads, the crew. One thing I do really remember was how, given it was quite hard to logistically do, we were filming on location. We didn't have any studio stuff at all. It was a bit of a learning curve in terms of filming, in terms of performing, how we all gelled. Danny, there was never any tension between us, we all just slotted in, he added. Danny took over and reminisced. I think it drove the directors and producers mad, because most of the creativity happened on the day, and of course what that means, it's time against the art. The artists want to get it right and the producers want to get it quick. You're obviously going to have this crazy crossing of culture. For instance, if you remember the scene where we were at Dwayne's table and I started with the juggling ball and I was doing my throw and Gary snatched it and continued juggling it while he did his. You came in and snatched it, started to juggle it and dropped it on the table, but that all happened on the day during the rehearsal. The actor and then Gary took it one step further, and as he did his last line, I told the joke and he threw the ball and it hit me on the. Of course, the bosses were going crazy, because they're sweating, looking at their watch and watching three numpties try and work out a. But if you look at the scene, it's seamless. It's like three guys juggling, but that's going to take up 15 minutes of time. And that was every time, Danny commented. Ben agreed and said, it did just work. I remember in terms of the tone of it, my character always loved getting cups of tea. There's this bit where he skips off work and goes to this nice restaurant right on the beachfront and he asks for a cup of tea and it arrives. We were filming that bit and everything on Death in Paradise. There are no effects, everything is done for real. So while I'm having my cup of tea, over on the other side of the bay at the top of the building over there, they were going to throw the bride's body, the dummy, off the top. I'm sitting there. At this point, we've only been there a couple of weeks, and I'm trying to figure out what's the tone of. I look over and there's no rehearsal for this. I'm drinking my cup of tea. Someone shouts throw her off and I expect a body to come off the top of a building, and it's this dummy, dressing in all white, so obvious, he laughed. It's almost like a blow-up doll dressed in a wedding dress, thrown out the top. It didn't bend in any way that looks natural, it just falls like a plank. Trending. I turned around and said to the producer, that doesn't look very. I don't think anyone's going to think that's a body. And he said no, we don't want it to look like a body. And then I thought, I don't understand what show I'm in. Ben reviewed.